There's no monster under your bed. There's no final girl, no priest, no silver bullet. There's just you and something so big you can't even begin to understand it. Today I'm counting down 7 modern cosmic horror movies that will mess with your head, melt reality, and leave you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. These are films that don't rely on cheap jump scares or easy answers. They trade in dread, isolation, and the terrifying idea that there are forces out there far older, far bigger than us. Stories where reality bends, logic breaks, and the horror comes from realizing how small we really are in the grand scheme of things. If you like your horror slow, unsettling, and impossible to shake, you're in the right place. Let's get to the list. At number 7 is The Endless. 2 brothers return to the UFO death cult they escaped from and realize the cult might actually be trapped in something much worse than a belief system. On the surface, it's a reunion story, but underneath, it's a cosmic sandbox where time loops and reality glitches, and something in the sky is watching them like a bored kid with an ant farm. The horror here isn't a monster jumping out, it's the slow realization that your whole life might just be a loop that someone keeps replaying just for fun. Now, would you rather know you're trapped forever or just live happily in the lie?
Everything has led to this.
You will become something remarkable.
They did killings and sacrifices. He made people change.
Nothing else matters now.
This isn't the end.
Number 6, The Void. A cop drags a bleeding man into a small-town hospital and accidentally walks into a gateway to hell run by a cult that worships something on the other side. This is pure, grimy, practical effect cosmic horror. You've got hooded figures outside, flesh abominations inside, and a growing sense that the building itself is just a thin scab over something hungry. The Void nails the feeling that reality is fragile. Peel it back just a little, and there's something waiting that doesn't love you, doesn't hate you, it just wants to remake you. If you're into John Carpenter vibes and gooey nightmare fuel, this one is definitely for you.
It's just a color, but it burns.
Do you believe me now?
I don't know what I believe anymore.
In Color Out of Space, a meteorite lands on a family's farm and brings a color. Not a monster, not a spaceship, just a color that shouldn't exist. Now that color infects everything. Water, animals, people, time. The family doesn't get stalked, they kind of get rewritten. Now what makes this pure cosmic horror is that the threat isn't evil. It's just so alien that our bodies and our minds and basically our entire reality can't handle the contact with it. Like trying to run a virus as a computer program. Nicolas Cage is great in this film, but the real star is the feeling that the world is becoming unrecognizable and no one's coming to save you. What would you do if the world around you just started to look wrong, but you were the only one who seemed to notice? All right, number 4, The Lighthouse. 2 lighthouse keepers trapped on a rock in the middle of the ocean, losing their minds and maybe their humanity. On the surface, it's isolation and paranoia, but the deeper you go, the more it feels like they're being judged by something they were never meant to see. The light in that tower isn't just a beacon. It feels like an eye watching them. Sea gods, tentacles, cyclical punishment, myths and madness all kind of blend together, so you're never really sure Is this supernatural? Or are we at the point where humans just aren't built to understand what's happening? The Lighthouse is cosmic horror without ever needing to shout Lovecraft. It just lets you drown in the feeling that some knowledge is just worse than ignorance.
It's destroying everything.
It's not destroying. It's making something new.
At number 3, I have Annihilation, where a team of scientists enters an expanding zone called the Shimmer and discover it's not invading, it's remixing. Inside, DNA doesn't obey rules. Plants grow like people, animals scream like humans. Time doesn't walk, it crawls and mutates. The true terror is that the alien presence isn't trying to conquer Earth. It's not interested in war, it's just doing what it does. We're pretty much test material in a cosmic experiment. That final lighthouse sequence, that's cosmic horror distilled. Identity, body, and self breaking down in front of something that doesn't hate you, it doesn't love you, it just doesn't recognize you as anything important. Annihilation doesn't just scare you, it makes you question whether being human even really matters in the long run. Before we get into the top 2, I want to know what movie messes with your brain the most. Drop your picks in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now let's get on with the rest of this list. And at number 2, I have Nope. You think you're watching a UFO movie? Nope. You think you're watching a UFO movie, and then you suddenly realize the ship is the predator. Jordan Peele takes the idea of a flying saucer and turns it into kind of a sky god, a territorial animal that sees humans in the same way we might see horses in a rodeo or props in a show, food in a bowl. The real horror here is the food chain. We've spent our entire existence acting like we're at the top. What if we're just another herd animal and the sky is where the real apex predators live? Every time that thing moves above the clouds, it feels less sci-fi and more like watching a natural disaster with teeth. And the worst part, you can't bargain with it, you can't reason with it. All you can do is hope that it doesn't look at you.
He finds you. You can hear him, can't you? Squirming his way into your thoughts. Like a disease. And his message is contagious.
And at number 1, The Empty Man. This is the one the marketing absolutely lied to you about. It looks like another creepy urban legend movie, but underneath, it's one of the bleakest, most ambitious pieces of modern cosmic horror out there. A missing girl, a weird cult, a blown bottle on a bridge. Then it pulls the floor right out from under you. The further you go, the more you realize the empty man isn't just a boogeyman, it's an idea, a thought form, a cosmic entity that uses people as vessels and maybe even rewrites who they really are. By the time the movie reveals what's really going on, you're not just scared of the monster. You're scared of the possibility that your memories, your identity, and your sense of self could all be manufactured by something that doesn't physically exist. The Empty Man is cosmic horror at its best. Slow burn, brutal payoff, and the sickening feeling that you were never really in control of your own story. If you're still here, you're my kind of horror fan. Tell me in the comments which of these have you seen and which ones are you adding to your watch list right now. And that's pretty much it for this one. Stay scared, don't look up for too long, and I'll see you next time.